There's a lot of videos online that says like graded manga is killing the hobby and it's killing the. Let's address that. It's not. It is not. People, you don't maybe understand how books work because, I've got my One Piece Volume 1 right here. And does that mean I can retire? Because I've seen them sell online, for like tens of thousands of dollars. No. This, well, first of all, it's in English, which is a foreign language edition, so it's not the original Japanese edition. And B, this is a 34th printing of English. So how do I know it's 34th printing? If you go to the copyright page, you can see the number 34. Now it will tell you that, yes, the first printing was in 2003, but what you want to look at is that number 34, and then it literally says 34th printing, May 2022. How much is this worth? Probably about $5, maybe. So, can I still buy One Piece Volume 1 online? Yes, I can. It's going to be a crazy numbered printing here in 2026, but yes, because there's the demand there, they'll just keep printing them. That's how books work. It's pretty straightforward. I think people are a little confused with comics. So one of the most reprinted comics is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. It has somewhere around 20 printings. People want it, they keep printing it. It's only when it goes out of print because demand drops off, then yeah, the values may become more, and yes, people sell out of print books for more than cover price. Oh no, who knew? It's supply and demand, right? So when you're collecting, first point I want to make is when you're collecting manga, Japanese. Japanese is the primary language it was published in. That doesn't mean to say there's no viable English or other language, but from a pure collectability standpoint, you want the Japanese version. Point number two, you want the first printing. And you have to be very careful about this because I'm going to bring up an example here. Here's a hot series that we've had lately. This is Kagurabachi. And I've just brought up a current listing from eBay. This is not wrapped or not sealed, but it does have the obi, which is a good thing when you're collecting. And in case you don't know, the obi is that little sash or band at the bottom of the book there with all the Japanese text on it. So that is the obi. It's a separate piece of paper from the actual dust jacket itself, and the dust jacket is separate from the book itself. So that's $480, which is, pretty expensive. But let's have a look at this listing right here. So here we have Kagurabachi Volume 1 and 2, first edition Japanese manga comic rare. This one's only $95.60 for 2 books. So why is that so much cheaper than the other listing? If you were to scroll down in the volumes 1 and 2 listing, you can see the seller has set of 2 volumes of Kagurabachi. Volume 1 is the first edition, second printing, with first edition band. That's kind of deceptive, right? So you just got to be very careful about that. I would highly recommend getting an app like Google Lens or something like that for translating, because if you were to take a look at their the copyright page, which is all in Japanese, you would use something like a Google Lens to translate. You can actually see the first printing of Kagurabachi was February 7th, 2024. So it's a very recent series. Second printing on February 29th, 2024. That's what this one is. This is the second printing. So basically for manga collecting, we have it really has to be Japanese. Although, like I said, there are some valuable English first printing shonen titles in high grade that people want to collect for sure. But from the pure standpoint, Japanese was the first release. Second, you want first printing. Number 3, condition is everything, especially on newer manga. It's easy to say, yeah, I saw for example, I've got, and I feel terrible because Halen versus Rush, he made a really good sale on his Kaiju number 8. He said, just for your info in the next video, but I sold my Kaiju number 8 BGS, that's Beckett Grading Services, 9.8 with a 9.8 dust jacket and the Obi for $900. And you know what the stupid thing is? I literally had that sale there and my voice was going yesterday. I think I'm coming down with something, so it's a little rough right now. But I didn't want everybody to hear me coughing and whatever, so I just cut that section. But yeah, he's perfectly correct, because if you go to eBay, you can actually see, okay, here's his sale. So Kaiju number 8, number 1, BGS 9.8 / 9.8 dust jacket, first printing with Obi, was asking $2,000, but if I use 130 point, which is great for looking at what these actually went for a lot of times, you can see this particular copy was an offer that was accepted at $900, which is still amazing for, you know, such a recent book. But this is like primo condition. If you've got the book and the dust jacket in a 9.8, that you're not going to get much better than that at all. But oh my goodness, does that mean because he went and he actually had this graded, like he killed people's ability to buy Kaiju number 8? Like, not at all. Here's Amazon.ca. You can see I purchased my copy on September 28th, 2022. You can still buy these for $15.99. It's still available if I want to run out and buy a copy of Kaiju number 8, Volume 1, off of Amazon. Is it going to be first printing? I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure it won't be at this point. But if I wanted to go buy a Kaiju number 1, Volume 1, even first edition Japanese, I could get it for like $17 US. Now, mind you, the condition will not be 9.8. It does not have the Obi. But if you just wanted to buy it just to have it, you certainly could for a very reasonable price. When people look at the manga sales and, oh my goodness, it's Beckett slabbing them, it's, you know, destroying the hobby, it's really just the first printing Japanese that get affected. It's actually probably, I imagine there's a ton of shop owners in Japan who are ecstatic that Beckett has set up shop in Tokyo. It gives them another market, like worldwide. So if they can sell their One Piece Volume 1 first printing, grade it, and sell it for like 10, 20 grand, great for them. You know, what are they going to do with all that money? I don't know. Maybe buy more manga, help support their shop. I mean, come on. It's opened like a huge new market for them. And yes, I mean, we here in the West, we're crazy with the slabs and the collectabilities and all that good stuff. But, you know, the bottom line is, it's like we're buying what's important to us. Like a lot of us actually, I don't know if you can tell if you look behind me, actually really like manga and anime. And we're picking up first prints of the Japanese, of series that we're incredibly fond of. So to be fair, there's that love, but there is a little bit of the gambling or speculating essence to it as well. Like, am I going to turn around, send these to Beckett and then resell them? Like, no. I might sell 1 or 2 to help cover the cost, because it may not be killing the hobby, but it's killing my pocketbook, I'll be honest there. So, but a lot of times this is like, it's going to be a sunk cost. And going to Beckett, like, you got to pay for shipping, you got to pay for the grading and slabbing of each book, and you got to pay for the shipping back. And in my case, I might even get dinged for duties shipping back from the States, which would just kill the whole experience for me there. But yeah, no, it's very expensive. I'm like buying first prints right now. They were cheap as of about March 2026. Like you just saw a whap for first editions. Now, not for everything, mind you. You can still get like a lot of series pretty cheap for first printings Japanese, but overall, not so cheap, man. So is it gonna, keep going up? I don't know. But the fact is, like with the popular series, there's only so many that are out there. Anyways, those are my thoughts. I mean, Beckett's not killing the industry here. The manga will reprint until they don't have a market. They'll just keep giving you copies and copies and copies of whatever's popular. And I haven't even mentioned like the Shonen Jump app or anything like that. It's so easy to read these ones online now for a very low price. But for me, I prefer the physical media. I love having, the physical copies to have. And it's just not the same for me to read it digitally. That might not be true for a new generation. They might, totally be comfortable reading stuff online. So, anyways, that's basically my thoughts on this. And thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye bye.